We have some breaking news in the NHL. We have ourselves a waiver claim involving the Edmonton Oilers and Kasperi Kapanen. Plus, we have some significant news on some injury fronts, including Alexander Ovechkin, who's going to be out for a little while. Canucks forward JT Miller's taking a leave of absence. And now we've learned Auston Matthews is in Germany. We'll discuss everything we've learned coming up next. So welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. As I mentioned, we have some breaking news and some pretty considerable injury updates here to take a look at here today. First up, we have news from the waiver wire. The Edmonton Oilers have placed a claim and have picked up forward Kasperi Kapanen, who was on waivers from the St. Louis Blues. Kasperi Kapanen comes with a $1 million salary. Not exactly letting it up or playing a big role with the Blues this year. Has 1 goal in 10 games, so 10 appearances so far for Kapanen this year. Was a player that was kind of in and out of the lineup for St. Louis and definitely wasn't a part of their long-term plans. They had Robert Thomas returning from injury, so to make room, it just made sense to put him on waivers. And now he's an Edmonton Oiler. The Oilers, we know, got shut out in Montreal last night. Of course, they're big guys. For the most part, have been playing pretty good, like when we're talking about McDavid, Draisaitl. But, Hyman, Nugent-Hopkins, these guys aren't quite getting the job done. And then the bottom six and the supporting cast has not really been living up to the hype either. It's no shock that they need some speed in those roles and those lines. And Kapanen, if there's one thing he can provide, he's a great skater. Not as gifted offensively as he once was. Can kill penalties as well. Certainly, known for more of that side of the puck, being a good skater, penalty killer basically. But, in his early days with the Leafs especially, he had 20 goal potential. We've seen a few years back, around 30 points, but, the last couple of years, it's certainly not as great a results for Kapanen. But, a player that can be useful for sure for what they want. Might allow them to take a guy like Corey Perry and maybe he doesn't have to play as much or play every night, give him some night off. So we'll see how Kapanen works out. Not going to be anything earth-shattering or anything, but it certainly will add some speed to the bottom part of their lineup, which they're lacking right now. So hence the move. It looks like they had to go into LTIR to make the pickup as well. Some other big news around the NHL. Alex Ovechkin is week to week. Of course, we saw him score 2 more goals last night as they did battle Washington did with Utah. And then he had almost looked like a knee-on-knee collision with forward Jack McBain of the Utah Hockey Club. It wasn't exactly a knee-on-knee. It was kind of just a weird collision, to be honest, but you could tell that Ovechkin went down in pretty significant pain considering how little time Ovi has missed over his long career. I think he's missed 30-some games in 19 years. He's pretty durable, a guy that doesn't get hurt much and doesn't miss time. So the fact that you could see him hobbling off in considerable discomfort, couldn't put a lot of weight on his leg. A lot of people were concerned it was a knee, but it looks like when you watch it closer, it looks like he was hit a bit below the knee. So the update from Washington, they're calling it week to week. They're saying lower leg injury, so it doesn't sound like it's a knee. It's probably closer to the ankle. I don't know, obviously, but even week to week, oftentimes leads players, to missing a couple of weeks. He's been hot, one of the hottest starts of his career. So trying to chase down Gretzky's record, this will obviously have an impact here. And when he comes back, we'll see if he can pick up where he left off. But obviously, the chase for the Great One's record will be put on pause here for now as he misses time. JT Miller, of course, is taken a little bit of criticism in Vancouver as of late. He was benched in the third period of their last game. Many Vancouver reporters have been indicating that Miller's been dealing with some sort of, I don't know if you want to call it a nagging injury or something that he's been trying to play through. Clearly, it's affecting him, whatever it is. But after that, now today's been announced that Miller is taking an indefinite leave of absence from the team. So all the team has basically said was that it's for personal reasons and that they are going to provide, whatever support he needs and help him, which obviously is the right thing to do. Certainly he's a huge part of that team, though. Without Miller there, it really does have a big impact. You better hope that at least Pettersson can pick things up and keep things going. He has played a bit better as of late. But Rick Dollywall, who covers the Canucks, says that from what his sources have said, that this is more than anything about JT Miller just kind of getting away from everything and just having a bit of a mental reset. Hasn't had quite the start to the year that he wants, and obviously frustration has been building. And if he is dealing with a bit of an injury, the injury may not be serious, but a little time to heal up and reset would be beneficial. So we don't really know how long Miller is going to be away from Vancouver, but like I said, he's significant there. So that's going to be a major loss for them while he's out. Hopefully they can, kind of keep up and not lose track here in the standings. And the other significant news is Auston Matthews, of course, we know has been out now for a while. He missed like 7-8 games now. And today we've learned from insiders, and then Brad Treliving did speak on it as well, to confirm that he's actually in Munich, Germany, to see a specialist, which we don't even know what the injury is here. As Elliot Friedman has made mention numerous times, Auston Matthews is one of the most private people you'll ever hear. He never wants anything to do with his injuries released. He's been out why now all of a sudden going to Germany when he's already been out for a couple of weeks seems odd. I don't know. Germany has been known for a lot of great medical advances. I know people that can afford it oftentimes do go there for procedures, but you're not going to travel all the way to Germany just to get like a little treatment or to get like a consult. You know what I mean? That's not what's going to happen here. So the fact that the Leafs are saying, oh yeah, everything's fine, everything's normal, we're not concerned. Like, I don't know. To me, that's a big friggin' deal. Now, we saw a player in the NFL, Christian McCaffrey. He went to Germany for a specialist, and that was like a stem cell injection. So there's a lot of speculation. Is he getting the same sort of thing as that? We don't know, because we don't really know what the injury is. He's had wrist problems over the years. He's had a shoulder problem before. Is it something in his upper body like that? That would make sense, but I don't know. A team doctor supposedly accompanied him to go over there. They said he might play next weekend. It's just so confusing. I honestly don't think they're being completely honest with everybody, and which is probably at Matthews' request because he doesn't want people to know anything, and we'll just have to wait and see. But you don't go to Germany for no reason or something really minor or just to see a doctor that you trust unless it's a big deal. I think it's a bigger deal than they're letting on. But I don't really have any inside details here to really say 100% what's going on because nobody seems to know. So we'll see what happens. I'm sure that Leaf fans are going to now have the panic meter bumped up. And you know what? They've been playing well without him, and that's all fine and dandy. They have a light schedule this week, so he won't miss too many more games, at least if he misses this week, which is expected now. You just don't know, right? But, you need him healthy and productive when it matters most. Which is right now they're playing well without him during the regular season. So you just got to hope that he looks after himself and see what happens, I guess. But some interesting news nonetheless. Let me know your thoughts on all the injuries in the waiver claim here today. I'll be back later with another video recapping the rest of the day's news and rumors around the NHL. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you next time.